It's always the PCS, isn't it? And that like has such shit shows of series. Holy crap! Hi, my name's Sebastian. This is Vision Denial and the road to MSI, where I watch a playoff series to all 12 regions participating in MSI. Yes, including that one and this one here. We got Machi X versus J Team. Machi X 3-0s, where J Team should have 3-0'd. And not because I expected J Team to win. No, I expected J Team to lose. But by the way that these two were playing. Okay. So it's been a while because not many of the smaller region teams have playoffs left, and a lot of them are slowly finishing. The only region left that's part of the tier 4 regions with this mistake is Brazil. And then we have Turkey. Okay. Brazil, Turkey. Yeah, I think that's it. I think 4 regions have finished. Brazil, Turkey, Latin America, Japan, Brazil, Australia. Yeah. Out of the smaller regions that do this mistake more often, most of them are there, but like we got a repeat salty run back, and I don't mean like a repeat of the exact same comp like champion for champion, but stylization wise. All right, so let's just go through this. I'm gonna go through this as with enough detail, but this will explain a lot about how I feel about the region in general right now. I don't think they're worse than some of the tier 3 regions, but unless something happens where either Turkey or oh, my brain is just like having a conniption. Russia also doesn't do this mistake, but like if somehow Turkey and Russia show better play than what I've seen here, they're probably not. And I bet by better play I mean like of higher quality caliber, because I'm criticizing these two heavily because of the fact that they're not only a legacy region, but they're still a tier 2 region. Games 2 and 3 play out almost exactly the same. Games 1, 2, and 3 play out not exactly the same, but with the same thematic thing. J Team, incredible early vision, especially for tracking junglers. They do nothing with it. They still somehow get leads early because their players are technically better across all 5 roles. I'm not joking. That's exactly how it plays out, and it's hard to argue that. They then proceed to meander and not properly set up neutral objectives. It's fine because Machi X also doesn't properly set up neutral objectives. They both have awkward fights. Machi X doesn't show any attempt to properly play their the composition. They don't go for any of the win conditions for the composition. J Team garner anywhere between a 4,000 to 10,000 gold lead. They don't close properly or even like push it so that they can get an advantage to close. They throw at a team fight that they should never lose because they pick compositions that are meant to team fight better than Machi X's, because Machi doesn't know how to draft properly. And then they lose the game. I'm left here going, what? What? So I don't think Machi is gonna win the whole thing. Whoever wins between Beyond Gaming and Paris Saint-Germain is likely going to win the whole thing, and given how Beyond Gaming and Paris Saint-Germain play, it's heavily favored for PSG. So Paris Saint-Germain is likely going to win the whole thing, and it's really hard to evaluate how well they're going to do internationally, given how much of a shit show. Like, I usually expect some really bad games and then some really pretty good games out of the PSC or the PCS. But there's been more bad series than good series out of this region. And I don't mean like entertainment wise. Some of these are really entertaining, some of them are really funny, or have like some great moments. But I mean like quality of gameplay that shows confidence that the region is competitive internationally. And I don't mean like they can beat the smaller regions. I mean like competitive. They can take games, if not beat up or beat out, sorry, straight up Korea or China or even Europe. My window made a sound. And I don't have confidence. I've talked about like the other regions, like what does their floor compared to their ceiling mean, and how what does that mean for their ceiling when it competes to the international scene. And right now, the floor is only getting incrementally better, but like not big enough increments for me to be confident in anything. This is straight up just a big fat mess. 3 for 3 Machi X pick compositions that are way too difficult for them to execute on. I don't know why they do that. J Team smartly recognized picks better, simpler compositions. They outplay them in the early game. They get gold leads. They have pretty solid vision. Machi X fail on all of those accounts. And what worries me is that this is like the Damwon Gaming Kia situation, where I'm still concerned about them. Like, I don't think that they're going to be the favorites going into the tournament, barring something ridiculous in the next 2 playoff series for China or in the finals for Europe. But the fact that they can't play early game, and that the competition for who plays early game well in the PCS is this. This is third and fourth place respectively. Like, the fuck. Now, this is where I'm gonna deviate a little bit on some of the things that I like, at least, right? I like that there is some willingness to try things and to practice it on the stage and to put variety, and so that you're not like predictable going through. The issue is that it doesn't seem like it matches the execution. Because the casters even mentioned it. Both of these teams played styles of the game that they were not known for or comfortable with. And I commend it. But they clearly didn't actually practice this all too well because they played really badly. I don't know. So what does this mean? Machi X is going to play against the loser of PSG versus Beyond Gaming. Likely Beyond Gaming is who they're going to face. And then and that's a rematch? Yes, that'll be likely a rematch. And then Beyond Gaming is going to win, and it'll be another rematch. They'll have 2 rematches in the series. Great. If they don't, if somehow Machi X beats Beyond Gaming, then I don't know what that says primarily for if PSG wins the whole thing. And if they don't win the whole thing, I have very little confidence. Unless I see Machi X improve on literally all of the factors they failed on. They didn't have consistent vision. They were awkwardly setting up neutral objectives in ways that like didn't pan out well in any regard. Their approach to team fights was pretty bizarre and all over the place and didn't seem focused and kind of scattered. There's no wave manipulation to speak of. And given the fact that for 2 out of 3 of those games they played 1-3-1 compositions, you would think that'd be a priority. And the only thing they had going for them is that they kept stealing Barons, which, Gemini, great, awesome. And then they would win out of a flustered J team. Sometimes it'd be literally 7k down and winning on a final push. And that's not something you can rely on. It doesn't show that you closed properly. In fact, you didn't even do anything to properly set it up. It's just J team collapsed under pressure. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. That doesn't look good for the Pacific region. Next up, We're going to Vietnam. Oh, nice. Some palate cleansers. Mwah. Perfect. So we're going to go to Vietnam. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.